Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a fair maiden,
more than life,
a sad young lad,
more than joy,
I wish,
and a childless baker,
more than life,
I wish, with his
more
wife,
than anything,
more than the moon,
I wish,
the king is giving a festival,
more than life,
I wish,
to go to the festival,
more than riches.
I wish my cow would give us some milk more than anything.
I wish we had a choice.
I want a choice.
I wish to go to the festival,
I wish we had a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
The poor girl's mother had died.
You, Cinderella, the festival, we wish to go to the festival, the King's festival.
And her father had taken for his new wife
The festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails. Look at your dress. People would laugh at you. Nevertheless, she still wants to go to the festival and dance before the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish.
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child! What in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she. How many times must I tell you? Only she's can give milk.
Why, come in, little girl.
I wish. It's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out again in 2 hours' time, then you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4.
Birds in the sky, birds in the eaves, and the leaves, and the fields, and the castles and ponds.
And a few of those pies.
Birds down from the eaves and the leaves, over fields, out of castles and ponds.
No squeeze, pal.
Quick little birds, flick through the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot. Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
Mother, no! He's the best cow!
Was? She's been dry for a week, with no food nor money, and no choice but to sell her, while she can still command a price.
Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her. There are bugs on her dugs. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump, big enough to be a hump. Son, we've no time to sit and dither, while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
You're certain of your way?
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't stray and be late.
Save some of those sweets for Granny.
Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods, and who can tell what's waiting on the journey? Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny, who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know, she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house and home before dark.
Back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the
Hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that?
Here I found a little tear, Cinderella. Can't you hide it with a hat? You look beautiful. I know. She means me.
Put it in a twist. Be here.
Mother said be nice, Father said be good. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Good, Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind, Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. Kind, good, nice.
No! Not that tight.
I'm sorry.
Claude.
Because the baker had lost his father and his mother in a baking accident. Well, at least that's what he believed. He was eager to have a family of his own and concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We have sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door. We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
What do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple that she'd placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child, and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and pinafores, and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rimpy and my champy and my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into stone, or a dog, or a chair, or a but I let him have the rumpy and I'd lots to spare. Return, however, I said fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother.
No! But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister. Not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily thereafter. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I had inherited that garden, my mother had warned me that I would be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans. The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall when bang, crash, the lightning flash. And well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came. I made my claim. Don't take her with the baby. They shrieked and screeched, but I did, and I hit her where she'll never be reached. Your father cried, your mother died. For extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not mollified, and I laid a little spell on them. You too, son. That your family tree would always be a barren one. Nectarines, but I'm telling you the servants of kings and queens don't ever, never, ever mess around with my greens, especially the beans.
Listen to me, Jack. Lead Milky White to market and fetch the best price you can. Take no less than £5. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Now, how much you to ask?
No more than 5?
Less than 5. Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. You must begin the journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1. The cow as white as milk. 2. The cape as red as blood. 3. The hair as yellow as corn. 4. The slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the time of midnight in 3 days' time. And you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go to the wood.
Ladies, our carriage waits. Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? Darling, those nails, darling, those clothes. Lentils are one thing, but darling, with those, you'd make us the fools of the festival and mortify the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone. Good night, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
Yes! Yes, I wonder if they are.
The witch's beans. We'll take them with us.
No! You are not to come.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
No, the spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is on my house.
Our house.
No.
We must.
You are not to come, and that is final now. What am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk.
And so the baker reluctantly set off to meet the enchantress's demands. But as for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival.
The cow is white as milk.
But how am I ever to get to the festival? I know I'll visit Mother's Way, the baby, the hazel tree. But how I just want to go to the king's festival. The hair woods, it's time to go. It may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight. I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell. Into the woods to visit Mother. Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival. Into the woods without regret. The choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish. I don't care how, the time is now. Into the woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival.
Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear. The light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees. The trees are just wood. No need to be afraid. There's something in the glade there. Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the key, to sell the cow.
To make the potion.
To see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to lift, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods. And home in our dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother. And she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears watered it until it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish...
What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor, and good fortune, like bad, can be full when least expected.
I wish...
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack.
How did you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious.
Say that again.
On your way to market? You might have been there long ago. You taking your time, Jack?
No, sir.
That's the truth?
Well, you see,
How
no,
much are you asking for the animal?
No less than £5, sir.
Jack, why such a sum?
My mother told me...
Your mother? A boy your age? Why? You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
Well, come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further in the wood. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush. Delicious. Hello, little girl, what's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. To perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment, my dear.
Come what may, follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay. Granny might like the fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello,
It's time to come to that little girl in the red cape.
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
You frightened me.
That's the cape. Get it. Get it.
Let go.
Get it.
How am I supposed to get it?
To go on to the little thing and to take it.
No, I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would. But I can't. Oh, my Rapunzel. Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need. Get me what I need.
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape. Nor find a golden cow. Or a yellow slipper. Or was it a golden slipper and a yellow cow? Oh, no.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
No, you have no business being alone in the woods. And you have no idea what I have happened upon here. You would be frightened for your life. Now, go home immediately.
I wish to help.
No, the spell is on my house.
Our house.
Only I can lift the spell. The spell is on my house.
The spell is on who? A cow as white as milk.
Hello there, young man.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with the cow in the middle of the forest?
I was heading toward market, but I seem to have lost my way.
What are you planning to do there?
Yes. What are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than £5.
£5? Where am I to get £5?
Oh, she must be generous of milk to fetch £5.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you cannot fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I will have no food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Beans, we mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must, son, beans will bring you food.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
Well, these are no ordinary beans. Son, these beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
A magic that defies description.
Well, my mom told me...
You're looking to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
No, 5. We can't part with all of them. We must save one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say these beans are worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Possibly. Good luck there, young lad.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Quickly! Take the cow and go home!
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans! We've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we to dispel this curse through deceit?
Oh, no one would have given him more for this creature. Anyway, we did him a favor. At least they'll have some food.
5 beans!
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you'll live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look, she's crying.
If the thing you do is pure in intent, if it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes.
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries, I will have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the bees.
take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood. Now, as for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower deep within the forest. And whenever the old enchantress wanted to pay a visit, she called for
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Rapunzel!
Let down your hair to me.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! What a strange name. Oh, strange but beautiful, fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I shall stand before her window and ask her to let her hair down to me.
Hello there, little one.
Hello.
Have you saved some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all the sweets. And half the loaf of bread.
Oh, where did you get this beautiful cape? I so admire it.
My granny made it for me.
Is that right? I would love to have a red cloak like this.
You look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
Oh, I don't like you without my cape. Please give it back.
No, I need it badly.
Give it back, please.
Get the little girl and get the cape.
I just wanted to make sure you really love this cape. Now, you go to your granny's and you be careful no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh dear. How uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's all the sweets. Good day, Grandmother. My grandmother, you're looking very strange. What big ears you have.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
But Grandmother, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Grandmother, what large hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my dear.
Oh, Grandmother, what a terrible big wet mouth you have.
The better to eat you with.
And scarcely had the wolf said this than with a single bound, he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where is the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother, what is that red cloth doing in the corner of your mouth? That looks to me to be a piece of... I will get the cape from within your stomach.
Oh, what a fright! How dark and dank it was inside that wolf!
Kill the devil! Take that and knife and cut his evil head off. Let's see the demon sliced into 1,000 bits. No, better yet, let the animal die a painful, agonizing, hideous death.
Granny?
Yeah, quiet, child. This evil needs to be destroyed. Now, you fetch me some great stones. We'll fill his belly with them, and then we'll watch him try to run away.
I will just leave you to your task.
No, wait. Don't you want the skins?
Oh, no, please keep them.
Yeah, what kind of a hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said, straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in, with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bare, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared, but he drew me close, and he swaddled me down a dark, slimy path, where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we waited in the dark until someone set us free, and we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers, even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared, Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Oh, Mr. Baker! You saved our lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Yes. Maybe Granny will make me another with the skins of that wolf.
No. Thank you.
Now the baker, with the second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than he'd ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack...
Only adults would exchange a cow for beans.
No!
To bed without any supper for you.
And little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Miss, are you all right?
Yes, I just need to catch my breath.
Oh, my. Oh, what a beautiful gown you're wearing.
Oh, thank you.
Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Oh, aren't you the lucky one? Whatever are you doing in the wood at this hour?
Oh, no.
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her over there.
Oh, I've never lied to royalty before.
Oh, thank you.
If a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide.
Well, what brings you here? And with a cow?
Oh, well, my husband is in the woods somewhere. He's undoing a spell.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. But the prince, what was he like?
He's a very nice prince.
And
it's a very nice ball.
And
when I entered, they trumpeted.
And the prince.
Oh, the prince?
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes.
And it made a nice change.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Guess?
I don't meet a wide range. And it's all very strange.
Are you to attend the festival tomorrow eve?
Oh, perhaps.
Perhaps. To be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Will you look over there? An enormous vine growing next to that little cottage.
I mean slippers.
It looks like a giant beanstalk rising into the sky.
As pure as gold.
I must get home.
I need your shoes. No! Come back here! Hey!
What midnight's gone?
No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you most wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed? Agreed.
Never wear mauve at a ball.
Or pink.
Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Slotted spoons don't hold much soup.
The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
The closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
One midnight gone.
The mouth of a wolf's not the end of the world.
A servant is not just a dog to a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
What midnight gone?
Sometimes the things you
The
most wish
harder to
for
get, the better to
are not to be
have.
touched.
To get what you want, better.
One midnight gone, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. But she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast, and you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you've made a friend and all, and you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you've known in the world you left, and a little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.